born in 1980.
Place in Taiyo Square, voicing opposition to the Israeli attacks on Gaza. Well, this is a scene in downtown Cairo and Tahrir Square as thousands of people emerge from
of a country, Great Britain, which apologises for and supports the Israeli state in this atrocity. And today's demonstration, called at very short notice, within a day, to get this many people here is fantastic.
أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Video, right?
Tens of thousands gather in central Athens a few hours later to begin the annual protest march at the US Embassy, rallying through the capital against the country's current political and financial insolvency. When negotiations become momentarily heated, while others say the police protects the Israelis, illegally blocking the road without a results in the anti-riot police opens up the protest roads to the Israelis. The march moves on louder than ever. Intifada, Intifada and Free Palestine is heard all across central Athens by the now mammoth rally. An hour later, protesters reach the Israeli embassy, a sea of red flags obscuring the Star of David on the embassy's flagpole. An Israeli flag is ceremoniously set alight. The police look on speechless as tens of thousands of protesters march on past them for a whole hour, ignoring them peacefully, shouting murderous Zionist child murderers in what has now become the first ever November 17th protest.
They're here because they're outraged, but it's hard to tell who they're more furious with, Israel or the British government.
The protests here are reminiscent of demonstrations.
The government knows very well what public opinion is in this country. Public opinion supports Palestinian rights. It supports justice. It supports peace. It does not support what William Hague is saying.
He failed to condemn Israel's attacks, which have killed children and civilians, as well as members of Hamas. And protesters say both the British government and the British mainstream media have misrepresented the timeline of events to portray what's happening as Israeli retaliation and as a fair fight.
Israel!
Pakistan's largest religious party, Jamaat-e-Islam, which was guarded by heavy police security. Protesters demanded an immediate end to the brutality of the Israel and urged the Muslim countries to stop being slaves to the Western and Israeli evil plans.
Lebanese and Palestinian factions held a pro-Gaza rally on the fourth day of the ongoing attacks that Israel has launched against Gaza. Protesters said that Israel has always been attacking the Palestinians in a barbaric way and stressed that this should be stopped and that they will not sit and watch Israel's aggression against Palestinian people.
Just like I would stand with the Lebanese, I would stand with my Palestinian neighbors, because this is just as important cause as any other cause. and this has been since 1948. This is time to stop. This is time for change.
As Israel's raid on Gaza intensifies, so do protesters' demands, who are staging demonstrations in front of the White House.
What do we want it? No! What do we want?
As violence escalates along the Gaza border, several Israelis have been killed, but the death toll and injuries have spiked among Palestinians as strikes on Gaza continue.
This is a repeat, if not worse, an escalation of what Israel began carrying out in 2009, which was an escalation of what they began in 2006, and is a continued assault against the Palestinian people.
Chants aimed at the Obama administration.
I don't think any person in the world should feel comfortable sitting silent as this kind of murder is going on.
Persistent rain did not deter protesters from marching in Auckland on Saturday in protest at recent attacks and escalation of violence in Gaza. I asked the president for Auckland Students for Justice in Palestine for a statement.
Auckland University Students for Justice in Palestine deeply condemn the vicious attacks by the Israeli Defense Force on innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip, which has so far led to 30 deaths and over 300 casualties.
The march went from the